All right, we are back with another Amazon ads scaling. The question is like, how do we actually figure out our ACOS? How do we know what to do? Specifically, I want to read this because it was a really great question from our community. Before that, if you're new to this channel, my name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I've been scaling my book income on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, paperback and hardcover, journals, planners, workbooks, coloring books for almost 4 years. And it's been really fun. And I've done that with book ads. So the question is, can you expand on your ACOS, advertising cost of sale, and what kind of numbers we're looking for in terms of daily ad spend and sales? So I love this question because it's important for you to know what that is case by case. I'm going to share a free resource with you so you can have this foundation. A lot of people turn on ads before having this, and then they spend a bunch of money and they don't make money, or they don't actually know the numbers that they need to be looking for. And so the reason why this is important is because data is queen. Like if you're able to know how much you make per book and how much it costs to acquire a customer, when you've got that margin set up, you can scale to the moon. You can keep going. Now, during Q4, the cost to acquire a customer, the cost to acquire a customer can go up dramatically. It's across all ads platforms, Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads. It just gets more expensive. I tried Twitter ads. Let's not talk about it. Let's dive into what helps you understand ACOS so you can figure out what is a healthy ad spend, what is a daily ad spend, where your bid amount needs to be. I'm going to show you something that I love using, and it comes from BookBeam. Let's go to it. This is a free tool. Okay, I'll put it below. BookBeam.io royalty calculator. This is a paid tool to help you find keywords, but if you want to start here, this is really great. This is what I do every time that I have an idea for a book. I will go and see what's working on Amazon, and then I come here to type in my data. So I've been doing a lot of books with my kids that are full of information. So like joke books have been really fun. We're doing a joke book, and it is the trim size is 6x9, and I try to keep my joke books under 110 pages. That gives you a smaller spine, but it's really fun. And then I never price a book below $9.99 when I'm trying to scale it. Now, if I'm not trying to scale it, there's a ton of different methods for that. We have videos on this channel about loss leaders. That's like when you go to a big grocery store and the rotisserie chicken is like $4 and the gallon of milk is like $3, and you're like, why is this so cheap? It's the cheapest place in town. It's a loss leader. They're hoping that you get toilet paper there. They're hoping that you get all your groceries there to make up for that loss leader. I do that with books, but not when I'm trying to scale a book. I'd never just have a milk factory that's like, I don't make any money on this milk, buy it. We don't want to do that, okay? And it's okay if you've been there, like it's not your fault. There's not always resources of like someone that's published 613 books, but that's what this channel is about, making books profitable, okay? Now, you can see I'm tapping $9.97. As soon as I hit tab, look over here at the royalty, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My royalty is $3.67, okay? Now, each page number you add changes. Do you see how my royalty went down 2 pennies? So don't go crazy with your second book and be like, this is 210 pages, because you lose over $1, over $1.20. That's real clicks. That's like 8 clicks. Okay, so be conscious and be advantageous to make books profitable from the get-go. Anytime that you fiddle or fudge with this calculator, it will show you your break-even costs. That means when I'm running ads, I need to have a percentage in my ads account for this book under 36.74%. Now, this gets a little tricky and this is why I don't run ads to every single book. I'm scaling certain books that are attached to pen names that are attached to multiple books so I can get organic sales, because that will bring down the ACOS in my entire account. So there's 3 ACOS actually that no one even talks about. And if you feel like we need to go down if we need like a playlist on ACOS, type in ACOS in the comments, because it's so complex. The first ACOS is, for me, is the ACOS for the actual book. Individual books matter. right? And so for this joke book, the ACOS is 36%, okay? And so I will keep track of that. The second ACOS is when I turn on ads for this, then that lets me know, like for that campaign, I have to stay under 36% to be profitable, right? 36.5 technically. I like to be profitable, right? So that is the first ACOS. Okay. The first one is your book. The first one is your book. The second one is your Amazon ads account. Because if I run this book as an ad, and I have another book, let's say I have another book, and that ACOS is 40%, that means I have more margins to scale. Does that make sense? So if I'm running 2 ads to 2 different books and they have 2 different ACOS individual books, then that plays a part in my overall account. Okay, so then that's a thing. Okay, so the second one is your Amazon ads account. The third part is when you run ads, if you've got the metadata correct, it should bring in organic sales. And you find that in your KDP reports when you're able to see how many books your ad made, and then you see how many books were actually ordered. You should see an increase of organic sales that KDP Amazon advertising did not account for. Okay, that's powerful. That is the third advertising cost of sale, is what is the overall advertising cost of sale from money in your ads account to your royalties. Okay, that number you want to understand. Okay, and so I use this calculator. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an attorney. I'm just a normal wife and mom and self-publisher that loves marketing so much. So when I have these numbers, it makes it very clear and very fun to scale because I know exactly what to expect. Okay, so I don't want to go further in this tutorial without you understanding. Well, actually, I want to stop here because if we just focus on this, if we just focus on how do we make our book as profitable as possible, then what can we do? And I have this sheet here. Actually, I just put this away, but I want to get it out. This has really helped me a ton. And I created this. This was inspired by another marketer. Dang it, where is it? Let me grab it. It was right in front of my face. And actually, let's make the screen big. Entire screen. Thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for being here. Okay. So the way that I've been able to sell $270,000 in book sales, that's a retail number, is this. So I started out with blank notebooks. I think everybody should. I think that's a really powerful way to learn how to self-publish. That's why I created the starter kit. It helps you upload your first book and gives you like very foundational things. If you want to link to that, just drop the word kit below. I also have a free training coming up where I'm going to cover this a little bit more. So I'll put a link to that in the very first link in the description. Then I'll put the kit in the second box. And then I'll put the calculator in the third line. When you can provide more value into a book, you can increase the price. Okay. So if you increase the quality, you can increase the price. So these are foundational things to help you create a book that lives longer. We don't want a book that like we put up and it was good for a month and then the sales die. So let me know what questions you have about anything self-publishing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.